Hey guys, HelpingHans here, bringing you another Dwarfheim video. This one is going to be focusing on a tutorial for the miner class, and let's get into it. So again guys, when you start a game, you've got 90 seconds to choose your Thane, your hero character. We have two options to choose from at the moment, which is either Nubs, or, here we go, Nubs here is the Geologist, or Aldrina Bren. Now, Aldrina Bren specialises in being a demolition expert, good at tearing down buildings and stuff. However, Nubs, who's a character that we've chosen for this playthrough, is better at being the actual miner. You know, he's got increased vision here, and his pneumatic drill increases his mining speed. So let's get into it. So this is my miner unit. So first thing I want to do as the miner role is to go to the mines. So we take our miner to the mine, and we'll make ourselves one miner unit, and we'll drag him into. We'll rally him to the Underworld. So click on the Underworld now, and here's our miner. I'm going to start building ourselves down our basic building, which is going to be the machinery. So you press C and then H for the warehouse. So we're going to plop this down right here. So our miner has just been built. He's coming in now. As you saw, he's down here now. We can have him help out. Okay, so let's get on to the mining role aspect. So I'm going to build... Alright, so that's what I need a conveyor belt. Let's rotate it around. Probably bring it out a bit like here.
Got it. Is that
We're going to build ourselves the rock crusher.
Aye.
And we're going to build one more. Like so. And then we're going to need an ore sorter, right? So build the ore sorter like so. And in the meantime, we're going to get him to mine some of this basic stuff here. Actually, we'll just mine rock to start with, because we're going to need a lot of rock. And we're going to build ourselves the track which goes straight into the base. We can turn our camera around. So if we click on this, you can see the arrows this way, goes that way and that way. This we want stone to go straight into the base. So if we click on this, we can click stone ore. So stone ore is going to go straight into the base here. Right, we're going to need also coal to go elsewhere as well, because coal we'll waste coal. So we're going to make coal go straight into the base as well.
Got it.
For the time being, like that. And I'm going to tell coal to go this way. So this is now not working because we've got some iron here. You can see a thing that's not working. Oh, so also, guys, R to turn the tracks, to rotate the tracks around. So there we go. Now this is not working because we've got these sparks here, which means we've got some iron ore. So we need to get the iron ore to go to the right, but it's not going to go to the right because we need a track to make there. We need to put down a track first. Just pop down these rocks that he's gathered real quick. Make him a bit faster because he's slow when he's carrying gear. Right. So we'll make this. Okay, and then we're going to build a splitter. So we're going to take all other ore goes this way. So guys, we've just built a splitter. And a splitter, as the name suggests, splits the resources into 3 different directions. And we're doing this so that we can have them split into 3 different furnaces, which will increase our efficiency in the mine. And now that will fill it up. And now what we need to do is put some furnaces down. F. 1, 2, 3 furnaces. Make sure that's curving in. Like so. And then I'm going to build a line. This needs to go all the way back up to base here. And into our base like that. Okay? This way the stone goes into the base, because stone is just a raw resource which we need for building base structures. And then we have the furnaces which then smelt the ore into more usable material. Make sure that's going into the furnace like that. There we go. Let's return it. I've also noticed, right, if you decide to get a track and rotate it while there's a resource on it, you lose that resource. Is that right?
Yes, that's intentional. It's kind of like a penalty.
A penalty, okay.
Yeah.
So, if a standard ore piece goes into the warehouse when it's not smelted, you get how much?
A standard ore piece gives 5.
Gives 5. A smelted one gives 15, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's why it's a lot more efficient if you were to smelt the resource. So we're gonna. So I need to make sure we mine more resources here. So let's just get this all mined out here real quick. Right. So this is like the absolute basic layout that you want for your, in the early game, where you've got. I mean, we can make this a lot shorter, for instance. So we can make this some more compact by obviously bringing everything down a bit. But I've spread it out a bit to maybe prepare for the late game. We're gonna have a bigger operation later on. More conveyor belts, more things. So you can see here, The ore's going in here, and it's not just iron ore. You'll steal a silver and gold, as well as this other resource, which is this here. The Troll's Bolt also goes over it and gets forged this way and goes straight into the base. Just want to confirm with the developers, having 3 forges next to a splitter is probably the most efficient way of not having a backlog, right, of any resources that needs to be smelted.
Yeah, definitely. That is a very good strat. And you could even add more forges if you see that you have a lot of resources coming through.
Notice how dark it is in the Underworld as well. So what we could do is I could take
There'll be minerals.
our hero unit.
Yes.
I'm going to get him to come over here and build a couple of torches down in the Underground, which these torches just take standard coal. So I'm going to come over here and plant a torch over here, just to give ourselves some more vision of this area of the map.
Yes.
And maybe one down here as well. So give us a line of sight to see when enemies might be attacking us or whatever as well. So having torches down, you know, gives yourself a bit of warning. Okay, so if we wanted to make steel, guys, we have to then make coal go on its own. Get the coal to go elsewhere, and also get the iron to go elsewhere.
Got it.
So what you need is a transmuter. So I just built this here just to give you an example of what it does. It takes a while to build this actually. So we click on it. So to make steel, we need coal and iron to go into it together. So what we need to do is we need to get this iron chain line to go all the way around into this thing, as well as the coal. So I'm just going to delete this for the moment. We get a full refund of that, I believe. So what I would want to do is I would want to delete this line here for a second. I want to put a splitter down.
Yes.
Okay. Because we still want some coal to go into our base, because we need coal to build torches and some other main basic fighting units for our faction as the miners. Okay, so we'll build this line going outwards to here, and we'll be building a splitter here as well for the same purpose, because we still want some iron to go into our base. Also, one other thing I've noticed, which is kind of a pain, is that you can't click and drag to mine large chunks. You have to right-click each node. I imagine that's something you're going to change soon, right?
Yeah, definitely. Of course, we've been playing it for quite a while, so we know the pain of having to click so many resources.
Okay, so now we'll bring this guy over back. So again, what we want to do is I'm going to wait, so we don't lose this resource. I'm going to wait for a second until this was gone off that, and then click delete that. So it's not a splitter that I need, guys. It's an ore sorter, sorry, because we want only iron to go off, right? So what we'll need to do this instead. So we'll build that there. Alright, so then we click on this, and then we click on only iron going that way, and then all other ores go the other way, okay? Right, so then we bring this out. It's about here. This is about here as well. Then we're going to turn it.
I'll fix it. Drilling. Over there.
And then we're going to put the transmuter there. Okay, here we go. So we've got the transmuter. So we want it to go this way.
I'll fix it.
So you feed 2 lines into there. You can actually have 3 things going into the transmuter, guys. That's for like the Lockstone late game, but we're only going to go up to the steel at the moment, I feel. So now it's going to go. It's going to feed into this. So we want to make sure it's making steel.
No problem.
And then we'll bring, we'll put it down, and we'll put down an immediate splitter afterwards, and then do pretty much, you know, replicate the same thing over here. Okay. So then again, we want forges. 1, 2, 3 forges, and then that feeds straight into this base. So you can see here comes the coal.
What are you pondering now? Drilling. Over there.
So there it goes. There's been transmuted into there. Turn it in. Perfect. There we go.
Okay. No problem.
And then I'll come out of here, and we'll have our first steel coming through.
What do you need?
There you go. And that's our first steel ingot going into the base.
I can dig it.
So right now, all iron's going this way, right? I'm not getting any iron into our base, but we do need some iron. To fix this, all we need to do is put a splitter. We need to delete this node here. Press machinery and get a splitter. And pop the splitter to here. And that way, half the resources go this way into the base, into the steel production, and then the other iron goes straight into this chain, and then it goes into the warehouse, right? I could have it just feed it back into this line if I wanted to, but right now that's quite efficient. Okay, so we're still going to get some iron back now.
Over there.
One other change I would like to see when it comes to the splitters is determining how much they split. Right now it seems to be like 50-50 in which way they want to go. But it'd be nice if you could like tell them to only go one way for a certain amount of time, or like maybe do a 20-80%, I don't know, something like that in terms of the splitting potential.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of requests for an overflow game. If you understand what I mean by that. So
yes, I noticed I have some difficulties with overflow, so I'm going to just mine all this out. So we're going to go try and increase the. We're going to go to the research actually. And we're going to improve the mining, increase the speed of on how we mine. A lot of fighting going on over here. So as the miner, we don't really get involved in helping fighting and stuff until later on, because our units are generally for demolition purposes, taking down enemy buildings. So this is actually taking a long time for us to get some resources. So what we could do is we could speed this up, and I could build another. I could split this off. So what I'll do now, chat, is I'll replicate this and come over here and make another one. So what I'll do first of all is I will. Hang on, I'm gonna put a splitter down here. Get this to turn this way.
I'll get it done.
So they're going to put their once they're ready, they're going to put their resources here. So we're going to get another rock crusher.
I'll get it done.
Here.
Got it. For rock and stone.
Okay. And then obviously we need to go once more, like so, and then we're going to put down a ore sorter.
No problem.
Right, that should now work.
Rock and stone. All right.
They're putting it in the wrong place there, right. So the stones goes that way, the coal goes through there. Like so, and into the base, okay? There we go. Alright, and there we have it. So that's basically just another line that we've made there. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to drag this all... Hang on.
Aye. All right.
Okay, so how much steel do we have? Right, so we could, chat, get this coal... If we really wanted to feed all the way into this line over here. We could split it off and increase the amount of production, which is probably what we want to do at some point. But at the moment we're okay, because we still want more coal coming through. So they're busy mining over there. Right, let's go to the overworld. Oh, actually, we need to go to the underworld still, and we still need to mine some of that troll's bolt out. And I think that's probably in the centre of the map. So let's get our hero unit. Aha, I found some down right at the bottom here. Here we go.
For rock and stone. No problem.
Right, this is it. This red stuff here. Could I have some fighter units down here? Because I'm right next to a horrible boss or something. So guys, it's worth noting that in the underworld, there are going to be enemy mob spawn locations that are generally guarding the high value resources. So you're going to need to rely on your teammates from above ground to come down to the underworld to help clear those enemies away so that you can mine that area up. Warehouses receive 40% more raw resource from chunks, including stone and coal. So we'll go with that because that's important. Go to the overworld, click on our base as well. We can upgrade some things here. Oh, we should upgrade our hero unit. You can upgrade your hero unit through the use of the resource Qua. Now, the Qua is generally earned through anything from mining, building, and killing enemies. And it's a team resource as well. So you use that to upgrade your heroes. And it increases their damage output and how much health they've got. And... miners use 10% less speed from carrying, so that's constantly improving the efficiency of our units. Right, so we're going to try and get onto lockstone tech next. So to make lockstone, guys, you need
gold, silver, and steel.
So to do that, we need to get somehow to get our steel production on a separate chain, which seems like it's going to be a challenge actually, since I have an overlapping thing. I take it you're not planning on allowing you to raise a platform, a conveyor belt up a level to then go over a previous conveyor belt. Everything's just going to be on one level.
We do have tunnels which will go underneath, but yeah, so we will be able to cross rails.
Oh, that would be amazing, because right now I have an issue where I can't transport the steel that's being made here because into another area where I can make lockstone, because it'll cross into the coal path, for instance, in the underworld. If I just ping here, it's where I have the issue. But in future, I'd be able to undermine underneath this belt there, and then go around. Actually, if I hold
over here, yeah.
Just want to say, guys, I had some difficulty trying to set up the lockstone production, and we'll be getting into that in another video as an advanced thing, because that's only for really serious late game stuff. And I've heard from developers that it's only very rarely, that only in a few games that you actually see players actually reaching up to that tech structure, that high level of tech. So, guys, I just want to talk to you about the two buildings that the builder builds for the miner, which the miner can use. These are the Geology Center and the Explosive Storage Hut. The Geology Center allows you to produce, the standard mine like you normally can from the town hall, but also you can build a geologist for 10 steel, 60 food, and 5 trolls bolt. Now, trolls bolt can be found in the Underworld, and it looks like this red substance here, and it just, all he needs to do is just go into a furnace and then come out as a bar, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing special you have to do currently in the game to make a bar of trolls bolt. So back goes to the overworld. So this is the geologist, guys. The geologist, basically what happens with the geologist is you want to replace your miners with geologists because they mine more effectively. They actually get more return whenever they mine, and they mine more quickly as well and effectively. However, they're unable to build mining equipment currently in the game. So you still want to keep your miners around to build more tracks, but you want to end up replacing your miners with geologists. So I'll just show you guys how much quicker a geologist is in the Underworld. We have a quick look.
This is my favourite part. You need something looked at.
So look at his speed here. He's just going to go over and mine these rocks real quick here.
See what we got here.
There you go. He's almost got a full stack there. This guy's still mining away. It's taking ages.
Aye.
And our boy is done. You can now head back. And it'll give a bigger yield. So let's talk about the next building here, which is your explosive storage hut. It looks like this. Here you can build your fighter unit for the miner class, costing 80 food, 50 coal, 50 gold, and 20 steel is the Demolition Expert. Advanced Siege Unit. Demolition Expert is an offensive unit specializing in siege damage. With ranged grenades, they are great at demolishing enemy walls and buildings, as well as large amounts of unarmored enemies. Okay? So we'll make one of those guys and we'll get him into combat, and you can see how effective he is against damaging structures and stuff. Okay, so here's our Demolition Expert. So we'll just show you guys how much damage he does here. So you can see he lobs a grenade. Quite vulnerable though in small arms, but we'll just bring him back here. Doesn't seem to do any friendly fire damage with his grenade. We'll get him to blow up, I don't know, let's see if he does AoE damage against enemies. So he doesn't seem to be doing AoE damage, but grenade seems to do quite a lot of damage though to enemies. It seems to just 3-shot these builder guys over here. Okay, and let's get him to try and hit this lumberjack mill over here. So we'll before we attack it, hang on, there you go. Let's just attack it, see how much damage that does. So it does quite a big chunk. It's about 5th damage. You can see a standard soldier takes a while to do damage to that, and he's also within range of the tower. But this guy can actually safely lob these grenades. And if you got like 4 or 5 of those guys, you'll be able to like one-shot these buildings pretty much, I'd imagine. The Geology Center also comes with some research. Here's the first research that you could do: is backpack upgrade, unlock more space to carry resources from 6 to 12 for miner and geologists. You've also got a second upgrade tier for that, which is 12 to 18. And then lastly, you've got rune power transmuters. Transmuters now create double the amount of composites. So, and that costs 60 lockstone. So that's like a higher late game tech, but that's really good for efficiency. And you make more stuff out of the base resources that you get. Also, the research here that you have for the explosive storage hut, you have 2 options here. One requires lockstone, the other one does not. Here we go. The infused gunpowder increases the demolition siege damage by 50%, or increases demolition expert blast radius, giving the unit AoE damage. So they'll do more damage against units clumped up. So that one costs more. It's 200 gold, 20 lockstone, 200 coal. Then you've got 200 coal, 20 iron, and 50 silver. Also, guys, at the blacksmith, you can also upgrade this, which says forges use 40% less time to forge ingots, and you can upgrade it again requiring more lockstone, and that's 50%. So there's only what, a 10% increase there of the speed, but it does again require 40 lockstone. But again, late game tier, you know, every little helps, so it's probably worth it. So you go for the steel forge, and we'll upgrade that as well. So that wraps it up for the miner video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. So guys, thank you so much for watching that video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did and you want more content, there's a link over here and over here. If you want to subscribe, button here. And make sure, right down there, click on that notification bell so you're notified whenever I post new YouTube content. If you also want to follow me on Twitch, I nearly stream every single day at twitch.tv/HelpingHands. And thanks for watching again, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.